Hello and welcome to physics video lecture series. Today I'll be telling you how to find the time period of a block floating in a liquid. So let's begin. So suppose this is a container in which the liquid is there and a solid block is floating in the liquid. The density of the liquid is rho L. The density of solid block is rho S. The total height of the block is capital H, and the submerged part of the solid is small h. Okay, and we have to find the time period for this block. So let's see. Since the block is floating, so the net force on the block should be 0. Let me make the block as a point object. So one of the force is mg, which is the weight of the block acting downwards, and the other force is the buoyant force, which is acting upward. Now for flotation, buoyant force should be equal to mg, and buoyant force is nothing but weight of the displaced liquid. Okay, weight of the displaced liquid, and we know that volume of the displaced liquid is equal to volume of submerged part of the solid. Whatever solid is inside the liquid, that much volume of liquid will be displaced. So we know the volume of displaced liquid. Okay, if we know the volume of displaced liquid, I will multiply it with the density of liquid. I will get the mass of the displaced liquid. If I multiply it with g, I will get the weight of the displaced liquid. Okay, so volume of submerged solid, this is, let the cross section area be capital A, so A into small h. This is the volume of submerged solid. So volume of displaced liquid will be also AH. Okay, whatever volume will come out, that whatever volume will go inside the liquid, that will come out. Okay, very simple. So mass of displaced liquid will be A into H into rho L, volume of liquid into density of liquid, and weight of displaced liquid will be AH rho L into G. Okay, now let me apply the principle of flotation. B is equal to mg. So AH rho L into G is equal to mass of solid, that will be A into capital H, the total volume of solid, into density of solid into G. Okay, so G cancels out, A cancels out. What we get? H into rho L is equal to capital H into rho S. This is the first equation. Okay, now suppose, again let me draw the block. So initially height small h was inside. Suppose I push it downward such that now a height h plus x is inside the liquid. So I'm assuming that downward direction is positive and upward direction is negative. So x is a positive number, I'm pushing it downwards. So now this much is the submerged solid. Since the volume of submerged solid has increased, so volume of submerged liquid will increase. Since volume of submerged liquid has increased, so mass of submerged liquid is increased. If mass is increased, so weight of the displaced liquid has increased. And if the weight of the displaced liquid is increased, the buoyant force on the solid also increases. So now the new buoyant force B dash, mg will remain the same, mass of the weight of the solid. B dash will be greater than B if you push it downward. So now net force on the block will be B dash minus mg, and this will act in the upward direction. This is very obvious. Okay, so let us try to find out B dash. B dash will be weight of the displaced liquid. Now the height of the solid that is inside is h plus x. The cross section area is a, so this is the volume of displaced liquid, into density of liquid, this is the mass of the displaced liquid, into g, this is the weight of the displaced liquid. So this is the new buoyant force. So new net force will be ah plus x rho l g minus mg, and mg is nothing but a capital H rho s into g. And please remember that this net force is acting upward, and as the convention I have taken, downward direction is positive and upward direction is negative. That is why x is positive when I am pushing it downward. So net force is upward minus, this is equal to mass into acceleration. Net force is equal to Newton's second law. Okay, so let me expand it. Minus ah rho l g plus ax rho l g minus a capital H rho s g is equal to a capital H rho s into a. Okay, this is the mass. If you remember the first equation, small h into rho l is equal to capital H into rho s. So if you see these two terms, they will cancel out. Ag is same for both, this is minus, this is plus, so the term will cancel out, and finally you will get minus ax rho l g is equal to ah rho s a. If I cancel a on both the sides and I divide by h rho s, I should get a plus rho l g x upon rho s into capital H equal to 0. And do you remember the equation of simple harmonic motion? A plus omega square x is equal to 0. Just compare here. We have been able to express the acceleration in this form. So the motion will be simple harmonic motion. What will be the time period? Omega square is the coefficient of x, so here it is rho l g upon rho s h. So omega will be under root rho l g upon rho s capital H. Okay, so the time period will be 2 pi upon omega 2 pi under root rho s capital H upon rho l g. Now I can further simplify it. If you remember, rho l into small h is equal to rho s into capital H. So from here I can write that small h will be rho s capital H upon rho l. Let me put it here. So the time period will become 2 pi under root h by g. Okay, so the time period is 2 pi under root h by g, where h is the height of the solid inside the liquid. So h here is height of solid inside liquid. Okay, so stay tuned, we'll meet in the next video lecture and we'll handle some other system. Okay, so have a nice day. Thank you.